Friends, today, let us understand the psychology of the first impression in business. Have you ever met someone for the first time and, within a few moments, formed an opinion about them? You may think, this person seems confident. I can trust this person. Or sometimes, something doesn't feel right. Interestingly, you may form this impression even before the person has said very much. The same thing happens in business. Customers judge your company before they fully understand your product. Employees judge a leader before they understand their leadership style. And business associates often form an impression before a serious discussion even begins. Hello, I'm Sanjeev Panakar, your business mentor, and today I want to discuss a fascinating subject: the psychology of the first impression in business. Your business is being judged before you start selling. Imagine walking into two offices. In the first office, nobody acknowledges you. The reception is disorganized. You wait without knowing whom to meet. Eventually, someone casually asks, "Yes, what do you want?" Now imagine another office. You enter and are greeted politely. Someone knows your name and says, "Good morning, Mr. Sharma. We were expecting you. Please have a seat." The product may be identical. The price may be identical. But psychologically, your experience is completely different. Why? Because business begins before the transaction begins. The customer is already forming an opinion. First impressions create expectations. There is an important principle in psychology called the halo effect. When we notice one positive quality in a person or business, we often unconsciously assume that other qualities will also be positive. For example, if a salesperson is punctual, well-prepared and respectful, the customer may naturally assume this company must also be professional. If the packaging is excellent, the customer may expect the product itself to be excellent. If the first response to a complaint is courteous and responsible, the customer begins believing that the organization genuinely cares. One positive impression can influence several later judgments. Unfortunately, the opposite can also happen. A careless first impression can create doubt about everything that follows. The first impression is not about expensive appearance. Many people misunderstand this concept. Creating a strong first impression does not mean having the most luxurious office, wearing the most expensive clothes, or speaking complicated English. It means communicating three things quickly: competence, respect, trustworthiness. A simple office can create an excellent impression if people are treated professionally. A small business can look world-class if communication is prompt and commitments are honored. And an ordinary salesperson can become extraordinary simply by listening carefully to the customer. Professionalism is not about showing how important you are. It is about making the other person feel important. The first few moments of a meeting matter. Suppose you are meeting an important customer or business associate. Before discussing business, pay attention to 5 simple things. Be punctual. Greet them warmly. Use their name naturally. Listen before you start selling. And be prepared. Preparation itself creates confidence. If someone comes to a meeting knowing your company, your requirements, and your previous discussions, you immediately feel, "This person values my time." That feeling is powerful. Digital first impressions matter too. Today, your first impression may happen without meeting anyone. It could be your website, your LinkedIn profile, your product packaging, your WhatsApp message, your email, or even the way somebody from your company answers the telephone. Ask yourself, if I were seeing my business for the first time, what impression would I get? Would I see professionalism? Would I see reliability? Would I feel welcomed? Most importantly, would I trust this company enough to take the next step? You can correct a bad first impression, but it is expensive. Of course, people can change their opinions. But once doubt enters someone's mind, you have to work harder to remove it. That is why smart businesses don't leave first impressions to chance. They design the entire experience, from the first phone call to the first meeting, from the first order to the first complaint. Because every interaction communicates something about your brand. The leadership lesson. And this principle is equally important for leaders. When you meet a new employee, supplier, customer, or colleague, remember, they may forget the exact words you used, but they will remember whether you respected them. They will remember whether you listened, and they will remember how comfortable or uncomfortable they felt dealing with you. So here is today's business lesson. Don't try to impress people. Create an experience that earns their confidence. Because in business, the first impression may happen in seconds, but its influence can last for years. I'm Sanjeev Pendharkar, your business mentor. If you found this thought useful, share it with your team and ask them one simple question. What impression does our business create in the first 5 minutes? The answer may reveal more about your brand than any marketing report. Thank you for watching.